Hey guys, let's play a computer game and stream it on the internet. Here's Kneebreaker Knozz. Looking stylish. I think the primary color there is jacaranda. Jacaranda. Getting close now to the point where I'm going to have to try and figure out what class to create on Monday for a new key farm and eventually leveling up. I'll seize the moment. Not sure what moment I'm seizing, but I'm sure it's important. Points. We have 2. And we don't get another until 45. Probably time to start saving up points for the second.
Coda's blessings upon you.
Yeah, that would be nice. I would like Coda's blessings. Oh, that's right. Can't use Mithril. Obviously can't use that. Alright, so we're still okay with the ones we got, I think. Got a little cash to pick up. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Hi, how you doing? Almost 70 silver. I am wealthy beyond all reason. Alright, and heading back to the lovely, not really, and scenic, not so much, Brisban Wildlands. I put Brisbane, didn't I? I think I did. Hold on. It's Brisbane, not Brisbane. Brisbane. And I don't think I realized that until right now. The problem is that there's a city in the Bay Area named Brisbane. And of course there's a city in... Oops, nothing there. In Australia named Brisbane, spelled identically, possibly smelled identically as well. They pronounce it Brisbane. In the Bay Area, it's pronounced Brisbane. Regardless, I've been pronouncing it. The only time I've been pronouncing it right was when I was pronouncing it as if I were Australian. I am not. I am not an English expatriate and criminal. As far as you know. Alright, check bushes for bandits. Oh, I didn't quite get the POI. Well, we've got a bandit right there. I didn't want to hit the boar, I wanted to hit the bandit. But I angered the boar. Let's check out some suspicious bushes. Jeb and George W. Ha! It's a joke! Sorta. My adrenaline. It's rising. It's rising right this instant. The fun was over there. Evidently, dying is fun. Bandits, you know. I like cockroaches. Yes. Evidently, I'm not. Because I'm still breathing and yapping and you're horizontal. So many suspicious bushes. You think they'd have something better to do than to just hide in a suspicious bush. I mean, don't they have, like, meetings? Something? Oh, nice. Dodge. Didn't help. But, like, you know, 1 wax worth. Well, it's not that infuriating. I'm pretty easily infuriated, and that really didn't get me mad. Okay, truth is, I'm very, very easily infuriated. The stereotype of getting old and crabby, it has some basis in fact, I can attest. Another hard complete. Almost 40% done with the map. Oh, we've got... Behind us, we have a waypoint we left unattended. "10 days. We have 10 days to the expansion. And all the hoi polloi will be flying sky scales. Oh my goodness. No, it's actually smart. It's a smart change they're making. I wish they were giving us, those of us who've earned it the hard way, or even the less hard way, a little bit more extra oomph for our money, but it's fine. Over here, is there more bandits? Yeah, more bandits. And we get 2 extra masteries. You know, so that's not nothing. We'll see how much the the faster energy recharge and extra oomph when you're doing the cling and leap maneuver workout. That might turn out to be worth it on its own. Time will tell. Regardless, I think it's smart, especially it actually is kind of required given what they're designing, the way they're designing the expansion to be, you know, flying between floating islands. You kind of have to let everyone fly. I doubt they're really going to regret riling me up, but sure, we'll pretend. Things I'm looking forward to in the expansion most. A couple of them aren't going to be in the game at expansion launch. The open world legendary armor sets will not be in the game at expansion launch, sad to say. Oh, you jerk. And also the additional weapon types, weapon masteries, I don't think will be. There we go, heart complete. I definitely want my dual pistol wielding freaking guardian. I want it.
You're kidding, right?
Yes, I'm kidding. The new reward system sounds really good. It sounds like a good version of like a battle pass, but no FOMO, no fear of missing out, because anything that's on the track will always be on the track. You just get whatever you want, and they'll add to it over time, give you reasons to do things like dailies and whatnot. Instead, or in lieu of dailies, basically similar to the what WoW did, I think, really well with their trading post, I think it's called. I got to look at that in my brief time back in WoW. That is a good game system. It's giving the players extra stuff for doing the things they want to do. Not saying do these things and get something. It's do whatever you want and get stuff. Now, it does sadly have the fear of missing out part. That's not good. But that is not going to be a factor in the Guild Wars implementation. So that seems to me to be a big win for the players. And I know Roy, Anet Roy, also known as Roy, he was hired in as rewards to do reward game systems, I believe. And if that's his, then he was a good hire. The implementation sounds like it's going to be really, really good. Knock on wood, of course. I'm going to fight. And I shouldn't have fought first with that.
For the record, you've been struck for great justice.
Got it. There we go. As always with the game content, we'll have to see. Sounds like it might be good, but who knows? A lot of the things they've done have sounded really good until they showed up, and some were, some definitely were not. Frankly, I've been disappointed with pretty much all of everything they've done since EOD. Since End of Dragons. Giala Delve was fine. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was definitely brought down by the final fight being just an absolute, complete, and utter drag. It was so boring and long and uninteresting that it brought down the whole meta. Also, the fact that there really wasn't anything other than the meta in the map, I think affected it as well, where basically it's just a meta map. So getting any of the stuff that isn't directly related to the meta done was kind of difficult. So it was a mixed bag as a map. And then, well, the sequel part, the tunnel, was a waste of everyone's time.
Nice one.
It basically added nothing of quality to the game. And that's the only new content we've had in a year and a half. So I keep saying this, sadly, with Guild Wars 2. Now would be a good time for them to absolutely freaking stick the landing on some content. I said it when Icebrood Saga came out. I mean, they did for the prologue for Icebrood Saga. It was great. Some of the best content I've ever seen in an MMO. Sadly, after that, it went downhill. Except for Drizzlewood South. I really enjoyed Drizzlewood South, too. So, Bureau Marches was okay. But, you know, you announce you're making these big game system-changing changes. And you really need to kind of stick the landing on that to impress people. Like, oh, this is going to be good. And on day 2 of the Icebrood Saga, Bureau Marches was empty. Because everyone had gone back to play more in the prologue, because the prologue was fun. I think I've got enough stuff to turn into the NPC. And
It's a soldier's life for me.
heart complete, level complete. Adventure Guide Volume 2 complete. That was, let's see. That was a total of 3 levels. 1 for finishing the quest, and exactly 2, it looks like, for finishing out the second part of the adventure guide. Really good rewards. Yep, 35, 36, and 37. Power and precision, obviously. I'm a warrior. I'm a murder machine.
We have completed the task at hand.
And we have a new chess piece. Much better than our old chess piece. And that means, as is tradition, we now randomly change our dies.
It's a soldier's life for me.
You see, I actually kind of liked it. I believe it's the Jacaranda. Yeah, Jacaranda. I think that makes a really good greenish sort of tarnished metallic look. But time to change because, well, it would just be too much work for me to recreate these die patterns on that piece of armor. So instead we go random. You know, Infernal ought to be a lot worse looking on metal than that. Not nuts about the spring leaf, but we're going to keep it. The Infernal looks pretty good there, I have to say. Alright, maybe that. We're heading that way. We've got a Vista. We will continue along the northern edge of the map here. And we're going to wrap around that way to continue our map completion. What are we at? 50-odd% now? 51%. Couple of ore, things of ore here. We'll grab those and take a quick look and see what the Adventure Guide Chapter 3 wants us to be doing. Volume 3, waypoints. Okay, and these are in different... Yeah, Fields of Ruin, which is where we'll go after we finish this one up. Events and waypoints there will work. Dodging attacks. I just dodge anything will work for that. Good. I'll have to do another story chapter. Chapter 2. Elite skills. I think I can just pop that right now. Get another level, maybe? Yep. Hi there. This is my pet golem. Another level. That's 4 levels today already in 18 minutes. Yeah, that's right. That's the one you can't go into. You have to do the heart to get in there. I'm disguised. Really, this is 3 Asura in a trench coat. I'm one of the 3. We have a reluctant bandit. Oh, maybe we can talk him out of his life of crime. How much do you think the Seraph make? Thinking of making an honest living? More like thinking of living a life. All we do here is wait for our orders and then work for Sinan's profit. I don't know, just isn't enough for me anymore. Well, it's the only life you'll find in this camp. And maybe it's time I left. Good idea.
Hey, I don't recognize you.
That's okay. I don't recognize you either. I do recognize that you're a horse's ass. That wasn't nice. I feel bad. I'm over it. Bandit Brawler. Alright, that's right. We've got our new series of skills.
Stop! I surrender.
Yeah, you better, punk. Jeez, kids today.
What's that smell?
None of your business. You could, but you don't want me to make you my business. No, probably not. Okay. Go on, do whatever you're doing. It's fine. That's all you got to do. You just got to pretend to be big and tough, you know?
What's that smell?
All better to see your expression when I drop you. I've killed people for less. Yeah, later. Another reluctant bandit. Get to the point, you willowy whiner. Look, I'm tired of getting bullied. Oh yeah, what are you going to do about it? I'm leaving, that's what. Haha, scared another one off. Chicken, chicken. Another heart complete. Chicken. I'm kidding. I didn't want to hurt him, but I had to scare him out for his own good, you know? Being a bandit's a dead-end job. I mean, it's almost as bad as being an IT professional. Oh, wait. Shit. It's Kloptwaka. Mimosa? I would like a mimosa right about now. A little orange juice, vodka. Not my favorite use for vodka, but perfectly reasonable. I prefer vanilla vodka in my root beer with a splash of cream. Whoop, veteran. He's come over all dead, so we'll give him the day off. It's Ed the Blight. Perfectly reasonable name. Oh, it's great. It's exploiting the anti-exploit system. I love it when games do that. I actually don't love it when games do that. It actually really pisses me off. You put the anti-exploit in, but the mobs use the anti-exploit system to exploit. It's just not fair. That's all I want, is fairness. Rich iron vein. Oh, I was wondering what that was. That's the Black Widow cosmetic pet. Ah, gathered crafting materials. That's another third of a level or so. I tell you, the adventure guide is certainly a boon for leveling characters, that's for sure. Perhaps I can help. Anything else? Shiny looting. I'll give it a shot. Who do I give it to? I'll give it to...
You bring me something?
Oh, they one more. It should always be the heart NPC who gets those things. Never anybody else. That's just bad. There we go. Heart complete. You want those things to be uniform. You always want a game function to work in the expected and established way. And so for something like that, it should always be that the quest items for a heart completion always go to the heart NPC, never to anyone else. All that does is add a potential source of confusion and frustration. And that's seldom something you actually want. Okay. There's a boss or something in there. Bandit leader robbery. Oh, robbery! Oh, sorry, robari, I think. A bit of a giveaway on the name, a bit on the nose. See, it's R-O-B-B-R-I. Robari? Robbery. I think robbery is a perfectly acceptable pronunciation for that name, especially given that they're a bandit.
Adrenaline rising. They'll regret riling me up.
Mm-hmm. They're going to regret riling me up. Not entirely sure how, but... Ooh, bandit documents. Really? Somehow I just don't think it is. It makes much in the way of business sense for them to keep a lot of documents. Because that just ends up being evidence. I just don't see the upside for them, you know?
I'm going to.
I mean, after all, that's how they got Al Capone. Not murder, not conspiracy, tax evasion. Well, that's another heart complete. Let's see, that is a spear. Sadly, it doesn't do a, for the weapons, it doesn't do a comparison against the matchings. 248, 259, and it's got stats. Yeah, we'll use it. It's a white quality one, and it's better than our, god damn it, 248, 259. Tri-spear, we don't use trident. A hat. It's not as good as what we've got. The spear gun is a 233. It's not as good. We can't wear that. Doubt that's as good. It's slightly not quite as good.
Now this is a find.
Oh, the bandit documents. Yeah, those were to be turned in as part of the heart, but we don't need to because we finished the heart. We're going to fly in and get another POI over here because we can. You guys need you guys need to get some air support, you know? Otherwise people are just going to fly right in and fly right out, and they're going to laugh at you. They're going to mock you. Like me. Let's see. We will continue east as there's a waypoint and a couple of POIs, I think. Another level. That's 5 levels tonight. Power and precision will do, and it's another change of dies. My first rare item, I think. We grow up so fast. And our new dies will be... Well, blue orchid, sour, and honey butter. It's definitely a look. Okay, where is it? There's a POI there and a POI there. We'll get this one first, because otherwise I'll forget about it. This one's outside in another bandit camp again. Oh, I outran that guy's shot. Ha ha. Well, not a guy. I think it's one of the automated turrets. Like that. And I think the entry to the cave is here. And another POI. Gimme. We'll sell the shattered lockpicks and broken fangs. I'm not really sure why anyone has interest in shattered lockpicks or broken fangs. Those things seem to be relatively short on value. I'm up to 71% done with the map. Let's see. We'll come out and break to the right. Highwayman's Veil. I don't know. If you're a bandit, do you really want to work in a place? Highwayman's Veil? It just seems a bit obvious. Cliche, even. A little more silver. Let's see, what are we working on? We've got the POI there, Vista and Heart. We'll grab the POI. There's a boss. Bandit Chief Thorn. He's a veteran. Probably take him. I can take him! I will res the Peacemaker officer. As an Asura, it's kind of my responsibility to help out the Peacemakers whenever I can. You know, as a responsible citizen. Also, now he's in my debt, and I might find that advantageous at some point. Just seems pretty... Seems like a pretty, you know, logical approach. We'll res some more peacemakers. Oh, and even a seraph. I think those guys are going to die to that mine when it blows up. Oh, maybe it won't blow up. I'm rezzing the entire garrison. That just seems really disadvantageous to me. If you're a bandit and you've knocked out all of the local constabulary police, maybe take advantage of that to, you know, loot their camp, do something else. I need a new gun. That gun is not cutting it. Longbow's low level as well. Do we have anything that's not low level? The two-handers. Not bad. I'm going to live dangerously. Wow, okay, that was... I did almost no damage. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing, that's why. He's not... yeah, he's a legendary. He's not a veteran. His two friends are the veterans. Oops. So, that was an error. Possible poor judgment on my part. Actually, it wasn't poor judgment. It was poor clicking. That's what killed me. I clicked on the wrong thing. I thought I'll just jump in. We got two regular mobs and a veteran. The regular mobs will die, and when I spin, then I'll just finish off the veteran. It'll be no problem, except it wasn't a veteran and two regulars. It was a legendary and two veterans. Oops. So, let that be an example to you of what not to do. Choose your targets with a little bit more discrimination than I did. Or, you know, pay the price that I did. The humiliation of, I'll just jump in and wait, what? Yeah. So. It looks like Varunda may have discovered the same thing I did, as they have decided to run off. Very smart. Good judgment on their part. Can I get close enough to hit it? Okay, I can. Oh, but it still cripples. Fuck. I hate that. Yeah, I did. I did.
They'll regret riling me up.
I am riled. We hit the assassin and a couple of tents at the same time. And that's the hard complete. Other than the slight malfunction that resulted in me getting a free trip to one of the waypoints, that went well. The dying part was not great. You could have warned me. But no, I'm asking for too much. We're both communing with this source of power and hero points. I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Me and Oppenheimer. Yeah, I can never find the person I'm supposed to give the green stink horns to. There's another hero point in here, too. It's not really approaching maximum. Oh, I guess it is. A shadow imp. I've been called worse. I have dodged an attack. Take food from a spooky old hag. Sure, why not? Oh, it's Toxel Bog Stew. That sounds delicious. Equal parts hearty meal and bug repellent. Another heart complete. We are at 82% done with Brisban Wildlands. I've just taken it upon myself to de-basilisk this entire part of the swamp. And I need to head down here, and I think we're still within the range for the heart. I think it goes all, basically one of the bigger hearts in the game. I think it goes all the way down here. Yeah, green stinkhorns, so. Ice Drake? In a swamp? That seems a little unlikely. Scaled Drake? That's a bit more likely. Oh, that's right. We've got portals causing things to pop in and out of reality. You know, the way things do. Skelk Lurker, are they going to count? Don't know. Yes, they are.
6 feet tall.
That's a heart. 84% done. Another hero point over here. the wrong way. Because I'm a great big dope. This way. There's another hero point. The Henge of Denravi. The Tree of Memories, alright. Let's. I dodged. I will commune with this place of power. It's powerful, and I want its power. I will absorb its power, its essence into me. Got a vista over here. A lot easier to get to this vista with a mount. 87% done with the map. And then we'll be on, when we finish this one up, we'll be on to the Fields of Ruin. 89%. Each thing is worth a percent or two at this point. And there's the Hero Challenge NPC. Him 90%. Yep, misclicked. Well, that was really poorly done. (91 or 92%? 92. Got is the stuff in the center now. And almost inevitably, one last thing that I will have missed. Hey, fat buddy. Hola, indeed. Mi amigo. Like a native. We've got the event going on. Well, that'll speed things up a little bit. Deprecated Tool was the name of that player. Very nice name for an Asura, presumably. Yep, an Asura named Deprecated Tool. Really a good choice. Full marks for Deprecated Tool. As a tool myself, I have been deprecated a time or two.
They'll regret riling me up.
I see Fat Body is now online. And what trouble are you getting into this evening, sir? I wonder if Deprecated Tool is AFK farming. I bet he probably is. The mobs that are popping out of here. But I need these for... Wow, really don't give a whole bunch of heart progress on that. No, Deprecated Tool appears to be walking, moving. I take it back. I was wrong. I feel shame.
And they stick everywhere. It's going to take us weeks to clean up this mess.
And what, pray tell, race and class are you playing in BG3?
Are we ready this time? Do we actually have the
A friend of mine
blood
has like
winged beast won't
8 or
drop on our
10
heads?
characters all at low levels because he can't decide what he wants to play. He plays a little bit and wants to try a different one, plays a little bit and wants to try a different one.
Oh dear.
I have a human sorcerer.
Not again.
Haven't played much yet.
These mechanical monstrosities are going to
I have a similar problem. Gnome Ranger. I have a similar problem in that games that have so many options for me, RPGs that have so many options as to things you can do and places you can go, I have problems playing them. I get into analysis paralysis. I've had that same problem with other Larian games. Not that they're not good, it's that I just can't decide what I want to do. I guess it's a weird form of fear of missing out. Or wanting to do everything, and in a game like that, that's probably not the right answer. You used to have a similar problem with ARPGs, Diablo and the like, where I had to go through, wanting to do everything, where I wanted to go through every little nook and cranny of every map, and that's the wrong way to do ARPGs. PoE finally broke me of the habit.
Ideas are like
invigorating.
That was certainly unexpected. Good thing you were here to help take care of those things.
Yeah, they're just not giving much progress. 35 crystal, 5 units long, 6 units wide, 2 units deep. Sample 35. So that's 60. Volume is 60. I am correct. I can do math, guys. I am a mather. 5.8, widths 3.8. Calculating area. Calculation complete. User verification ought to be around a little under 24.
These harmonics seem off to
There we go. Crystal density, 2.99. Crystal density reduced by 5%. Calculation incorrect. It should be about 2.84. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that. Well, I know they also have the option of being the serial killer thing. Inventory, 7 blue, 3 yellow, crystal samples 10 times. Best prediction of possible selection. Prediction possible of selecting yellow. Well, that would be 3. Okay, that one was surprisingly easy. Probability calculator, 18 samples analyzed, 6 samples destroyed. Estimate probability of crystal destruction is 25%. No, wait. 18 to 24 is 3. What? 18 samples analyzed, 6 destroyed in analysis. Okay, that's 1/3. There we go. A gold medal. I'm a gold medal winner.
I think that's the last of them. Techie's crazy if he thinks that this will ever work.
No, not that. That. Bing, bing. We are up to what? 94%? 95%. Where are we missing? There's 2. That'll probably get us to 98. Oh, dear me. Which means that we're missing 1 or 2 additional things. And finding those, yeah. Alright, the first thing is there's the vista over at the waterfall. Alright, let's see if we can find out what else there is. 1 More POI we're missing. There's the one we know about. It's right in front of us. Can we find the other one? No. Missed it clean. Got that one. Is there another one in the Toxel Bog? I don't think so. Well, we'll grab the other thing here and maybe we'll get a map indicator as to where we should be looking. That is a complete of another level. It should be somewhere in this direction. We do have the mini-map pointer for it. And then we're off to the Fields of Ruin. That was a ding 40, by the way. That is 6 levels tonight. An invitation to Codicus Manor. Codicus, not a good guy. Turns out. Kind of bad. Actually, you can tell he's the bad guy right from the start. His beard simply screams evil genius. Possibly without the genius. Well, there's a bunch of players. Looks like a guild group of the Crew Guild. Freaking bless America. That's right, in here. Yeah, I was in that very corner, right? And map complete. Yay, it's the geographers. The Tyrian Explorers Society is proud of me. About a 30 or 40% chance we come away with another key. I believe so far we're 2 out of 3 on map completions. We failed on Metrica, but we hit on the Human and Norn starting areas. So that's Queensdale and Wayfarer Foothills. And in Brisban Wildlands, no key. And not as good a chest as what I'm currently wearing, sad to say. No, not that kind of we. Are off to Divinity's Reach, and then off to one of the less played maps in the game, which actually makes it very good for XP gain, which is Fields of Ruin. The fastest way, if you're actually trying to just level up without using any dodges, like going through the new character advancement, you know, the advancement guide, adventurer's guide, whatever the hell it's called. or going to use books or anything to level up. The fastest way, my understanding is, the fastest way is to kill a lot of mobs. But you want to kill mobs that no one has killed for a long time. The longer a mob stays out without getting murdered by one of the players, the more XP it's worth. So a mob that's worth 50 XP for killing it could be worth like 300 if it's been sitting there for hours. So going to a less played area like the Fields of Ruin and just hunting down all the mobs can be really, really good XP. Not through hard completion, just through killing mobs. We are now in the Fields of Ruin.
Just the latency of the matrix capacitor.
For science.
It's this little map area here, which basically most of the time people like Char will be going through Plains of Ashford. They'll head over into Ascalon, and all of a sudden they've turned north, and then they'll go like here or over here, but it's down here is the 30 to 40 map, and it's a smaller map too, so it's also much faster to complete and get your chance at a key. So I always do some leveling here.
Though the hope of a treaty has helped.
Pretty much always.
Please, I need your help.
I'm not interested in helping you. Oh, there's a thing going on. Well, I guess we're going to kill some Skrit and get some helms. All right. Woo! Attack! Yes! I have a helm. 2 helms. I'll fix the thumper. It's a thumper, you know. You may remember Thumper from Bambi, of course. Ebon Vanguard helm. 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 I'm going to make sure I turn in some helms and we get credit. I always like to turn in some stuff if there's an ongoing event that requires turn-ins. Turn some in early to make sure you get credit in case.
Search the Skrit caves. Bring me any helmets you find.
So I've given him 6 helmets. They were the first ones to be turned in. There was another player in there running around, so there'll be more coming. But for now, I'm more interested in finishing out the heart. So we'll fix the damaged thumpers. Shalia Grimgrin.
For the record, you've been struck.
And Doria Backbreaker. Those are the players. Other players running around in here.
I need some help.
Okay. A couple more helms. I may have enough helms to finish off the... Finish off the event. Maybe not, but maybe. event is not quite
Search the
completed.
sprit caves. Bring me any helmets you find.
I need a little bit more. I need like 1 or 2 more helms to finish the event, and that'll also should get me sufficient progress to finish out the event. And the heart. More come? No.
For Ascalon, we should have enough
There we go.
helmets. If you find any
They've
more,
got another
let me
minute
know.
to turn in more helms if they want. We've got a hero point over here just waiting for us to come over and say hi. Hi.
Things are going to get worse before they get better around here.
And they're not going to get better.
Tensions are high.
For great justice. Fully adrenalized.
There's much I can teach you.
For great justice. That'll silence you.
You have seen battle. I can tell by the boldness of your attack. Well done.
She digs me. Understandable. I am hands down the most masculine Asura she's ever seen. The event was successful. And we've got a Vista over here to grab. Box of cooking supplies. Oh. Poultry, some chocolate bars, rab meat. Okay, what we can do is we can, cook up the steaks and steaks and chicken and use the butter and chocolate. Makes a nice ganache. Good to go. Got a full meal. Dill. We could use the dill on both. I think the poultry and the steaks sort of pull the meal together. Do want to check? Man, we got a lot of points. That's nice. Nice points. Are we close to? No, we're not yet close to any of the others, so we'll stick with what we've got here. Another hero point down here. Logan Thackeray's many greats grandmother is buried here. Gwen Thackeray. Actually, not many greats. I think it's 200 years between Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. So what? 5, 6 greats, maybe? Maybe 7. So a fair number of greats in that great grandma. But I don't think she'd like many greats. That'd make her feel old. That's another level for me. 41. Oop, new helm. New helm. And that means a new die selection. New random dies to be applied on our new helm. Crafting bag. Here we are. It's currently not a great combo. Let's see what we get. Drum roll, please. Huh. Old Jeans. Old Jeans makes a creditable medal. Glory and Nightmare together actually kind of work in an appalling way. That's actually good. I like that one. One of the better ones, I think. Yeah. Pretty spiffy. I'm good with that. Tear down the separatist propaganda.
Leave after the treaty. Arm yourselves. Fight for your survival.
No. Separatist propaganda. Filthy bastards.
I agree with the separatists.
Warmongering fools.
It's tough to prosper nowadays, but we try.
I placed a Sunspear recruitment poster there. Okay, cool. That's one of those. It's 2 out of 15, so I have apparently missed places where I could have posted those. 2 out of 15. Only 13 to go. So it's almost like being done. Nearly.
Adrenaline rising.
What can I do for you?
I hope they don't mind here that I'm seriously trying to support the human char peace by murdering humans who don't like it.
It's tough to prosper nowadays, but we try.
Murdering is actually not entirely accurate. I mean, I'm kind of goading them into attacking me, and then it's self-defense. Is that murder? Some might say it was murder. Some might be right. I like to think of it as impromptu manslaughter. And in this case, it's literally manslaughter. We're already almost 20% done with this map. And we've been here 5 minutes. I think we've got everything in the city taken care of. Yeah. In terms of map completion and leveling up, anyway. Shifting rocks. Sounds suspicious.
Adrenaline rising.
I'll res this poor worker. Exploited proletariat. Oh, great. I'm crippled for the next half an hour.
Almost there. Fully adrenalized.
See, that thing was worth 81 XP and 161 bonus XP. Rats don't get you anything. Shifting rocks. Earth elemental.
Gaining adrenaline.
Oh, and I'm crippled again. Hatred. Hate it so much. Yeah, I agree. Ugh. Grab the POI. That's an easy one to miss. A gossiping miner. A lazy miner.
He went to Lion's Arch to be a sailor. Never heard from him again.
Another lazy miner. God, it's so hard. These people just don't want to work for a living today. They're lazy. They want everything to be given to them. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm speaking through political talking points.
Riling me up.
More dodging. More XP. Another level. That's 8 today. In an hour and 14 minutes. Another new helm. Another new helm. Oh, this current die. I liked these current dies, but we're done with them already. Oh, no, we're not. That was a... Oh, yes, we are. It even counts even if it's an aqua breather, and that's all it was. But still, that's disappointing. Oh, well. Such... We make rules. We have to live up to them, you know? And so we will. As much as that looks really good. I actually like the way that one looked. But oh, wow. Come on, man. That's just wrong. That's bubblegum. That's one of the dies. You can only have this die if you're a 10-year veteran. The 10-year veteran pack comes with a die selection box, and bubblegum is one of the dies. We're getting the 11th anniversary is coming up for Guild Wars 2 in like a week, basically right around the launch time. I think it's the 28th. Launch is 22nd. I think 28th is the official launch date, and actually I was a 3-day head starter. So anyway, we'll get a second choice from that die collection. I think I'll be getting, I think it's taffy. So that's the bubblegum, though. That's one of the dies. I can actually show you those dies. I think the last one's here. No, where did they go? I thought those were the last ones in the exclusives, but they're not. Taffy? I already have taffy? Do I? It says I do, so obviously I do. Huh. Well, I had bubblegum. 10th, 11th. Are we coming up on the 12th? Is the 12th anniversary coming up? In which case, yeah, I guess we must. So that'd be another die.
They'll regret riling me up.
Art complete. Now I have to check.
While the char
GW2 launch date? Is it? We heading up on 12? No, we're heading up on 11. Maybe it wasn't taffy. Guild Wars 2 10th birthday gift. Birthday booster, teleport to friend, birthday card, Black Lion statuette. That's the birthday gift. That's on a per character basis, right? Not the 10th anniversary gift. 10th birthday is count. Birthday gift. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the 10th. It has Decades Achievement, Delectable Birthday Dies. It was taffy. How do I have taffy and bubblegum? Did I get one of those as a random die out of a die selection? I don't know how. Or a random die out of a wardrobe unlock would be the only way I could have both taffy and bubblegum. So I must have, because I have two. And that was the 10th, and we'll get another one for the 11th, so I'll have my third. I'll be one of the very, very few people to have 3 of those dies. I can use all 3 in a single item. I believe my next choice is the orange creamsicle one. That was a nice die, too. And we got a hammer for, hammering in the morning. Well, let's put the hammer in place. Not that hammer. That hammer. Quiet down there. My stomach's talking to me. It never says anything intelligent, but it always wants to babble at me. So I'm fairly certain, I want to double check, the only way to get that die. Committed Anniversary Achievement, Decade Achievement Box. Oh, did you get a second choice? Oh, you got a second choice from the Decade Anniversary Achievement Box. Reward once per account for its 10th birthday. What was the other one then? Committed anniversary achievement box. 9th. Okay, it was 9th and 10th. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Everyone who's been around as long as me has got it too. All right. It was 2. It was started on the 9th, though, so we'll have a 3rd one coming up. I misled you, and I feel shame. I didn't mean to lie to you. My brain lied to me. I told you the truth, as best I remembered it. But my brain lied to me. Just goes to show you, never trust my brain. Now, if you choose to trust your own brain, well, you know, that's your concern, and I hope you don't end up regretting it, like I now do, because I have a bad brain. Nobody wants to come to that terrible realization they've got a bad brain, but I do. It's misbehaving. It's telling me things that aren't actually factual. Have I picked up enough scrap metal? Probably. I will end up being 1 short. No, I'm significantly short. That was about 2/3 of what I need. No ogres around for me to murder. That rat was asking for it. That's all I'm going to say. It didn't actually say anything, but yeah. It deserved it. I do have to say the 10th anniversary or 10th birthday gifts were really disappointing. Starting at the 3rd birthday gift, you start getting die packs, and those die packs have got some great dies in them. Now, I have most of them because I've got so many goddamn characters, but still, it would have been nice that for the 10th anniversary, instead of no more giving us any die packs on a per character basis, only per account basis, that they just recycled through the old die packs again to give people more shots at cool dies. I mean, those old die kits and old dies aren't a huge, market segment, so why not just give people a feeling of more choice? We had these individual die packs available for 3 through 8 or 9. Here, we're going to start recycling them. Sure, you may have all the dies, but maybe you don't. Heart complete. We have a hero point and a heart due north of that. Hero point's an ogre and his pets. And we're going to beat him up. And then he'll say, oh, I'm going to let you go. Because he's just kind of a dick.
That'll silence you. Look who's back. It's me, evil. For great justice.
Barely beat him. Had to pull out all of my tricks. I don't have that many tricks to start with. We've got a waypoint over here. We'll grab the waypoint. And then we get to go in and kill a bunch of ogres. Ogres. Another level, that's 43. That's 9 tonight. Two more, and I get to add a second specialization line.
They'll regret riling me up.
I'll sabotage their food supplies. Yeah, nothing incredibly awful about that. Killing the natives by poisoning their food supplies. What could possibly... anyone could possibly object to that?
For great justice.
Maybe I'll just check out the hammer for a bit here and see if we can... Wow, these things keep knocking me on my ass. That shit's getting a bit old. Hammer hits pretty hard. Except every goddamn thing in here knocks me on my ass.
I'm all wound up. For great justice.
Multiple times. Boy, I tell you, sometimes I really do wish that they implemented diminishing returns on crowd control in this game. Generally speaking, it's not fun. How now, brown cow? That was not actually very funny. Okay, you knocked me down. This time I wait. And now I'll do my spin to murder you all. Oh, we're almost done. Already. Let's res this wounded soldier. We'll finish this up with an act of kindness and charity. Resing a poor soul. Making him not dead anymore. I'm a hero. I murder a shitload of people and then I res probably another murderer. It's possible they do. The locals do not think particularly highly of me. I have to admit that that's possible. We have another waypoint. And a POI. Another POI back here, I think. Or waypoint, or both. Waypoint for sure. And a POI. We are 42% done with this map. Chocolate. An agent of entropy. I have salvaged 200 items 289 times. That is 57,800 times. 57,800 salvages on my main account. Which is kind of a lot. I mean, I'm certain there are people... I wonder what the maximum number of salvages in the game is. I'm at 50,000. I would bet people have busted 1 million. All right, we have another heart here. Predators and separatists. I think they're the same thing. We have a wolf. We had a wolf. Sage leaves. I like sage. I will res again. I'm a life giver. I did see the first week of their stats, yeah. Their numbers were ridiculous and well-deserved. And hopefully a wake-up call to all those AAA game developers who've been making crap and trying to sell it to us for the last several years. That, hey, maybe if they made a good game... Oh, no, that doesn't surprise me at all. People who are very familiar with the game, who had min-maxed out the early part of the game and went straight at it and were probably doing... I don't remember, when did it ship on? How many days was it to get it finished? They probably knew their way, optimal path through the first act to make themselves the most powerful they could be and to get through the first act as fast as they could. And basically were kind of familiar with the game and could tunnel vision because they wanted to get it done. I mean, you look at how fast some games get done that are brand new, that nobody has done anything with. And it's a lot easier to believe. Especially when you consider the speedrunning player base. There are a significant number of people who what they want to do is they want to speedrun a game like that. Be in that first, 368 to get it done. It's certainly not my mindset, but the other night I was watching one of the best game players in the world, I'm Exile. He is one of the best PoA players in the world. He was just played at ExileCon, was one of the qualifiers. I think he finished second. And he's also in the world first rating guild for WoW. Okay, this is a guy who can accurately be described as a gaming god. And he was talking. Somebody asked him about he's been working on his speedrunning in PoE lately, just practicing. Somebody said that was a pretty good time, or he said someone said something along the lines of that's faster than 99.9% of the people. And his literal response was, yeah, I don't care about being faster than 99.9% of the players. I want to be faster than all of the players in the world except me. That's the mindset for some people. That's what drives them. That's where they find their fun. And that's cool. It's not me. But I can understand that mindset. If you're that good, at a certain point, the only challenge left in the game, really, is to be the best in the world.
Fully for great justice.
Another level. That's 44. So that's 10 levels in an hour and 34 minutes. Heart complete. Level rewards. Something's up over there. What do we have? Oh, it's the branded devourer. Yeah, the last time I attacked a legendary mob, you might remember it face murdered me. So in this particular case, I'm going to say live and let live. There are a couple of the gamers who play PoE like that. There's also Ben, who is generally, he wins most of the races in the game. And he also was one of the world first PoE or WoW raiders until his team got screwed about, I guess, 9 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. And they got screwed by the way the tournament was run by Blizzard, and he quit. He didn't want to do that anymore after having gotten jobbed so badly. Basically, two teams were fighting, and it was a dead heat. These two teams were really, really close, and so one of the teams, the team that had Ben on it, and Maximum, if you ever watch his streams, he's really good, not just for WoW content, but for content in general. And so they went off to bed, and then the next day in the morning, Blizzard nerfed the boss, and the other team they were fighting with finished it in one pull, while the other team, Limit, was waking up and getting ready to start their stream. Basically, the first time we've ever seen a specific decision from Blizzard essentially choose who won, taking it out of the players' hands. They made a nerfed a boss that they were close to beating already. They nerfed the boss, and one of the guys beat it on the first bowl while the other team was still in bed or just waking up or having breakfast. And Ben's response was, okay, fuck Blizzard, I quit. Ben used to be known as Lighty or Darky. He was originally known as Darky, but he did not realize that that is an old fogey like me term for a racially insensitive term, shall we say? He was unaware of that and was informed and had to change his name. He changed it to Lighty. People were always calling him Darky or Lighty, and he said, screw it, I'm Ben. Just call me Ben. I believe his tag is _Ben, and if you watch him, he does PoE streams. And he and I'm Exile are both, I can't decide whether they're aliens or cybernetic assassins sent from the future to destroy all gamers, because they're incredible.
They'll regret riling me up.
Goopy goob. Glop of gloppy goo, I think it was. It was a glob of globby goop. Sorry. Glob of globby goop. And also in terms of the speed, if you watched when Diablo 4 came out, they announced that the first 1,000 people to hit level 100 in hardcore would get their name inscribed on the Lilith statue that they were putting up in their headquarters at Blizzard. And the guys, because they haven't built in a solo self-found mode into Diablo 4, although they're adding it to Diablo 3 in this next season, why they didn't build it into Diablo 4, nobody understands. So the first 4 were a group of PoE pros, speedrunners, hardcore guys, and in I think 3 days they hit level 100, all 4 of them. And I think they were doing 16-hour days and more in some cases. I mean, I know in the past, one of them, Zizarin, who primarily he makes his living, or has anyway in the past, as a PoE player, and also PoE YouTuber. He held for a while until Twitch got rid of the record. He held the record for most hours streamed in 30 days at 507 or 508, which is just a little bit less than 17 hours a day, 30 days in a row. These people take this shit crazy seriously. So yeah, people finishing off Baldur's Gate in a weekend. It's crazy, but not surprising. There's a separatist engineer. We can't let him get away with it, so we won't. Heart complete. We're so close. Oh, and he dropped a bomb. Wow. Somebody's a really sore loser. He gets killed and drops a bomb. Who does that? There's a heart back here. Renegade engineer. Well, how about I just spin and kill him and destroy his mortar at the same time? Missed me. Loser. Oh, it's another renegade engineer and his mortar.
Fully adrenalized.
Char renegades.
Justice.
I don't know if I'd say for great justice. A little bit of justice. Bloodstone event going on here too. Bloodstone elementals remaining. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? Let's see. I can probably get myself killed here.
Justice. Riling me up. For great justice.
I screwed up my movement. There's 2 elementals remaining. Well, I'm not getting any heart progress for them, but oh, that was unfortunate. One more to go. Got it. I saved the char, and now I have to kill the char. It's all part of the paradox of being a hero warrior murder machine. Sometimes you gotta kill a bunch of people to save some people. Irony. Char renegades. Just trying to create problems. Mind you, there's human renegades too. The humans that don't want there to be peace with the char.
For great justice. They'll regret riling me up.
Heart complete. So close to the level. Those gloves are not as good as what I'm currently using. Where's the heart? Over there. Would like to sell some crap, and I will do so at the heart vendor. Hi, Lieutenant Merrill.
Ascalon in your heart.
Keep Ascalon in my heart, but I'm not human.
Goodbye.
You know, I don't really care about Ascalon. Yeah, I'm trying to help you guys out here with the whole peace thing, but, you know, I don't have a real dog in this fight. Although there are cats in the fight, if you consider Char to be cats. Actually, they're kind of like a cat, dog, bull crossbreed. It's weird. They're complicated. Char are very complicated. Their ears, I think, look more like dog ears. Clearly, they have manes and largely cat features, but not exclusively cat features. $13 iron out of that rich iron vein, and that is the advantage of one of the guild perks you can get. That is level 45. So that is 11 levels in 1 hour and 46 minutes. And it opens up a second spec line. What do we want? What do we want? Which one? We have discipline. What does strength get us? Movement skills granting stability. A heal grants might. Increased strike damage. That's pretty good. Burst skills restore endurance. Greatsword. Greatsword's okay. Might apply to you. Grants more power. Critical chances increased. A straight crit increase. We'll go with that, I think. Let's double check. Gain health and might. Turns. Yeah, we'll go with strength. Oh, look at that training. We've got points left over, aren't we? Nice. A few points left over. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise. It happens about this time seemingly every day in the courtyard. Sounds like someone's winding an extremely large clock. All right. And now we will equip that aforementioned specialization here. All right. Damage foes at the end of your dodge roll. Let's see. Movement skills grant stability. Using a heal grants might. Deal further strike damage. Yeah, more strike damage. Burst skills restore endurance. Stuns, dazes, and stuff. Inflict bleeding and weakness. Forceful greatsword. Double these bonuses while wielding a greatsword or spear. Gain vitality and ferocity based on a percentage of your power. Let's go with that. Pinnacle of Strength might apply to you, increases more power. Critical hit chance increased. Berserker's Power. Increased strike damage when you use a burst skill. Gain health and endurance whenever you apply might. Gain quickness whenever you disable an enemy. We'll go with the Berserker's Power. And there we go. We now have 2 full specs applied. We are at 60% done in this map. We won't be finishing it tonight. I will probably take tomorrow off. Haven't made up my tiny little mind yet, but it's likely.
For great justice.
Experimental capacitor, and it will summon up another spark.
Fully adrenalized.
I am fully adrenalized. I don't know how adrenalized you are, but I am fully adrenalized. Okay, we didn't get one out of that.
Adrenaline rising.
So my plan is probably taking tomorrow off. On Monday, I will do a key farm with another new character that will be a keeper, like this one. And once I finish the key farm portion, I would probably swap back over to this character. To continue his leveling up process. Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, actually, that's not completely true. Yes, it is. Tuesday and Wednesday, then, I would be doing more. Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday, doing more of the same. Leveling this guy.
Adrenaline approaching maximum.
Friday, I will probably be playing Path of Exile for the new season. I'll be trying to stream it. Path of Exile has become a frustrating game for me for about the last year. So no guarantee I'll stick with it. But that is my plan as of now. Anyway. And frankly, the patch notes for the next patch were really underwhelming. Really seriously underwhelming. People keep asking for patch notes. You know, balance changes, all this stuff. They don't allow me to quote Al Kaiser. I don't know if you're familiar with Al Kaiser. Al Kaiser is famous. He created a particular route for, I don't remember if it was leveling or looting. I think for looting in Diablo 2. He's a gamer in his 50s, so an OG in the best possible way. And he was asked about it. He said, you know, if you take all of the patch notes for the last, like 4 leagues, the last year's worth of new PoE patches, and put them all together, that would be about the number of patch notes you used to have in a single league. And then he finished up his statement with, and that's because they're all working on PoE 2 and they don't give a fuck anymore about PoE. And that's kind of the way I feel about it. I feel they don't give a fuck about PoE anymore. And what I saw of PoE 2 did not impress me. Someone did a word count, basically a line count, in the patch notes that came out the other day for PoE, and 36, I think 0.3%, 36% of the patch notes were for Ruthless, a mode of the game that is meant to be a side project that nobody fucking plays. But that was a third of the patch notes. They used it to pad the patch notes, to make the patch notes look bigger. It didn't work. I understand they're really antsy, and it doesn't help that they admitted something they had come to the conclusion of 2 years ago, didn't say anything, that PoE and PoE 2 will not basically be working off the same code base. PoE 2 is a completely different game. So they are now competing with themselves. And if we have any evidence about how well that works, simply look at EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2. When they announced EverQuest 2, even though EverQuest 1 was going to keep working, they saw their subscription numbers for EverQuest 1 plummet, drop off the face of the earth.
Infuriating.
So now they're going to have competing games. And basically competing teams inside the company. That's great. It's really going to work out well for you. And some of the decisions they've already made. In PoE, when you go into town, it refills all of your flasks. When you go in PoE 2, you have to run over and click on the well to refill all your flasks. Somebody asked why. And they said, because it feels better. It feels good when you click on it. It's the first time I've ever seen a company go out of their way to implement something that can only be called whatever the opposite of a quality of life improvement is. What's the opposite of quality of life? Because that's what it is. And that right down there is almost certainly an AFK farmer.
Almost there.
You know, for an incredibly gifted bunch of designers and devs that they have it, Grinding Gear Games, man, some of the people making decisions are complete fucking morons, but that is true in almost all of the game companies these days, so I shouldn't be surprised. They're all run by idiots, although in the case of GGG, they're making their decision based on game stuff rather than money stuff. The people making decision are players, so I still admire the company for that, even if I think that a lot, if not most, of their decisions for quite a while have been incredibly wrong-headed. I don't think they're doing those decisions out of chasing money. I have defeated 25 Elder Dragon minions, and that was worth about another third of a level. Character Adventure Guide, we're up to Volume 3. About to finish one heart. We need 2 more Renown hearts. We need another 25 Dragon minions. Complete some more events. Defeating enemy factions. Still have to beat another world. We still have to beat a world boss. Second world boss. Story chapters. I still need to do story chapters. Crafting masterwork items. Mining ore. Mining ore? Okay. Specifically ore. Got it. They will regret riling me up. Reeve Bloodstar. He is most definitely not. A bot. He asked me a question. I couldn't parse it, sadly. Lol, people are snobs, right? Okay, is he saying League of Legends players are snobs? Maybe? Or is he laughing, going, ha, people are snobs, right? In this case, I have no idea. Some people are snobs. I'm a snob about some things. I don't think I'm generally a snob, but about some things, definitely. I think everyone's snobs about some things. Things they're good at, things they really value. And people are snobs about that kind of stuff. 296 on that shield. Better than the shield I've got. I'm going to head back to town. Lion's Arch. I'm using axes I bought at like level 30, and I'm level 45 now, so I'm gonna buy myself a couple more axes from the auction house.
I've watched visitors from the wide
What? There it is. It hadn't loaded in. I was going, where's the auction house? Let's see. Weapons. Axes. We would like it to be between levels 44 and 45. Narrow range. Prices. We definitely don't want the white. Honed iron. Power and ferocity. Strong power and precision. 404. 446. It's a 45. A bunch of them we'll get two. We'll just get two. And we will also get ourselves a rifle in the same range. Ravaging steam rifle, that seems fine by me too. As always, I forgot to pick them up, but at least this time I didn't leave and then remember when I got to the bank. That's my standard way of doing it. Equip. Equipment offhand. Three. It didn't work. Why does it always make me fucking do it twice? It never actually replaces the one I tell it to replace. When I try and replace the offhand specifically, it never works. And they're correct now. And in the other hand, yes. And we will deconstruct both of those. We've got fresh new axes and a gun. I don't know how a warrior could possibly ask for more.
The answers lie hidden around you.
But I don't want any answers, thank you. Answers are for people who don't have axes. And I have two of them. I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. As always. Did I get some more points? Did I? No, I'm saving up for 9 so I can get... Signet? Yeah, the Signet of Rage. I should be back on Monday at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I always appreciate it. Continuing the leveling process. Thank you, Fat Body. You too. Monday for, you know him, you love him, Kneebreaker Knozz. That's just appalling. It's perfect. So I'll be back then. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, probably more leveling up of this fellow. And then on Friday, Path of Exile. And a week from Tuesday, 10 days from now, Guild Wars 2, Secrets of the Obscure. Looking forward to it. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great night tonight and a terrific Sunday tomorrow. And after Monday, or after Sunday, I should say, I hope, since I won't have an opportunity to say it tomorrow, I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. Back in a couple of days. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.